Lionhearts is an organization driven by a deep desire to see all people living with human dignity. Their fresh food market pop-ups bring fresh, affordable produce and chef-created gourmet healthy options to Kingstonians, helping you keep your belly full without emptying your wallet. Project lead Leslie Hansen joins me today in studio. Thanks so much for being here today, Leslie.
Thank you for having me.
So maybe let's start a bit more generally, thinking about and talking about Lionhearts. If people aren't familiar with this organization that has done so much in our community, maybe you could tell us a little bit about them.
Sure. So the mission at Lionhearts is with the Lion-Hearted Partners. We work to eradicate hunger and homelessness.
Okay, and certainly two areas of concern definitely in our city. I think as we were chatting ahead, you had mentioned to me that Kingston recently declared a state of emergency with regard to food insecurity.
Yes,
is that right?
that's correct.
Okay, and that's based on 2024 data, you were saying that has
As far
come
as
out.
more, yes.
Okay, and so definitely I think people, Kingstonians, walk around town, they can see, and people certainly go to grocery stores and see the rising costs and prices, and purchasing that nutritious, healthy food is a challenge for so many people. Is that what you've found at Lionhearts as well?
It is, absolutely.
Yeah, and so is that where the idea for the pop-up markets came from, or how did those come about?
Yes, with the affordability crisis. So as we know, the price for everything has increased, whether it's your mortgage, your rent, your clothing, your fuel, groceries. And so the markets aim to provide accessible and affordable access to high quality produce and healthy meal options for all people.
Okay, so anyone can just go shop the market.
Yes.
And is it indoors, outdoors?
It's all year round, so we like to be indoors in the winter where it's a little bit chilly,
Yes.
and then we move outside as much as we can in the summer to help break down those barriers and so make it more visible for people to see us and to make it easier for them to access us as well.
Right, and so accessing, so oftentimes transportation can be a concern as well, getting to grocery stores. Not everyone has one easily accessible in their area. And I think Lionhearts has come up with a great solution to kind of help combat that. Can you share with us?
So our fresh food pop-up markets pop up strategically in areas of need where there's barriers to food access.
Right.
So whether it's limited affordable grocery stores or lack of transportation. And although we pop up in these areas, the market is for anyone and everyone.
Right, and how many do you have happening?
We currently have 8 markets running weekly and bi-weekly.
Okay, and how can individuals find out if there's a market happening
The
in there?
best place to go is our website. It shows our locations and dates and times.
Okay.
Because we do have the ability to pop up in new areas, we will post any new pop-ups there.
Right.
We were just this past weekend, we're running a pop-up at the craft show at CFB Kingston.
Oh,
So
wow.
the nice thing about this market is we have a lot of set locations, but also it can be traveling. It can move to different locations and pop up in places if you have an event or if there's somewhere in need.
Okay, so individuals can kind of take a look on there and see where there's more or less the regular ones happening. But then, yeah, if, for example, like something like the craft show where you might be headed anyway, pick up some fresh produce, save you the trip as well.
Yes, exactly.
That's really convenient. And
It is.
And so I imagine that there must be a lot of community partners coming together with Lionhearts to help make this happen, because it's quite an endeavor. Can you share some more about that with us?
So we have a lot of partners with this. Our biggest partner is Tony Diodato and Sons, where we get our produce from.
Okay, wonderful.
They've been a wonderful partner. We get all of the produce we sell at the market through them. Our chefs make different soups, salad dressings, and sauces and preserves that we sell at our markets.
Okay.
And then we are currently partnering with different organizations to host this market. So we will work with the organization to be able to have this market happen on their site. So they're very in-kind donations from these partners.
Amazing. And how many people would you estimate come through and use these markets on a monthly basis?
It's hundreds.
Hundreds.
So the markets have picked up a lot. We see a lot more customers since even last year. And I think it's due to word spreading that people are becoming more aware of these markets, but also with the affordability crisis, more people need access to food like this. At one recent market, there was a woman who burst into tears at the price of her groceries because she has 4 kids. She worked during the night and went to school during the day to be able to provide for her children.
Right.
And she'd been feeding her children rice for the past few weeks because she couldn't afford to have healthy produce to supplement their diet. And so our market happened to pop up at her school, which was great. So she was able to come by, purchase 7 grocery bags full of groceries for $60. So it's about half the price of a discount grocery store. And she was so excited to be able to go home and feed her children apples and bananas and add some vegetables to their diet, which she hadn't been able to do.
Oh, that's
so it's people like that that really make you appreciate what you're doing and this market can be for anyone and everyone, but it's also for those who really need it too.
Yes, of course. And I'm sure that's just one of many similar stories happening in our community. And so important for children, adults, older adults, everyone of every age to get those important nutrients and vitamins. And unfortunately, it's something that many people take for granted, right?
It is, exactly. Yeah. We're hoping to help everyone get the nutrition they need to thrive and not have to choose between paying for rent or paying to feed their family.
And what an incredible mission, and incredible work being done by Lionhearts.
It is.
A number of great community partners. What about the funding for this project? Where does that come from?
It's a great question. So we are currently being funded through the Ontario Trillium Foundation until the end of 2025.
Okay.
We've also had support from the Community Foundation for Kingston area, as well as Loyalist Township, and all of our partner sites for in-kind donation, as well as donations from individuals.
Amazing.
But we are looking to continue this market after this year, so we are looking towards other grant funds as well as sponsorship moving forward.
Well, certainly a worthwhile initiative for any funders out there to support, right?
Yes.
So 8 locations, are those concentrated in Kingston or are they spread out?
So right now we have 7 locations in Kingston and 1 location in Amherst View.
Okay, so really spread out from east to west in this region.
Yes, we have all across Kingston as well as some on the east side.
Amazing. So as Leslie mentioned during our interview, best place to go is to the Lionhearts website and see where these amazing markets happen and get your hands on some fresh, reasonably priced produce. Thanks so much for being here, Leslie, and of course, thank you to Lionhearts for all the amazing work in the community.
Thank you very much.